Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 4 for our reading comprehension. We are looking at a slightly different style of text today. We're moving on from our Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe text, and we're going to look at these bumper reads. Now, the advantage with these is we can look at lots of different types of text in a short space of time. So each day we'll look at something different, and it'll give you a nice wide variety of text to have a look at and get stuck into. We're still going to use the same waltz, use Eric. We're going to have explain questions, retrieve questions, infer using inference skills, and we'll have choice questions. Now, today we are going to be looking at what were the differences between the Aztecs and the Maya. Now, the reason why I chose this text was because they were ancient civilizations, and I know we are going to be finish off planning and then creating our fact file poster today, so I thought it might be a good idea to include that and see if we can use any of that information in our ancient civilization poster, Why Do We Live Here? So first of all, before we crack on with the text and the questions, you're probably wondering what on earth there are dogs doing on our page. Now, the way that we break down the questions on these texts are with these sort of dog mascots. So I'll give you a bit of a clue or a bit of a key, of what they each mean. So Vocabulary Victor, which is this dog here, he will be looking at vocabulary questions, which means he will explain what unknown words and phrases mean using the context of the text. We have retrieval questions, which is our golden retriever here. Rex the retriever is here to help you go into a text and simply retrieve the facts and key details. We've got summarizing Sheba. Now, we don't have Sheba on here, but she's a border collie, like a sheepdog, and she's there to remind us how to summarize the main points or main events. We have got inference questions. So that is the Basset Hound, which is this young man here by the looks of it. Inference Iggy will help you hunt for clues in a text about how someone might be feeling or why something is happening. Then we've got prediction questions. Now, we don't have the prediction questions here, but this looks like it's a Pomeranian, like a fluffy white dog. Predicting Pip tries to see the future, and she'll help you to work out what might happen next from clues in the text. Okay, now we have got a Cavalier King Charles, which is this lovely lady here. Compare, contrast, and comment questions. Cassie, the commentator, discusses the content of a paragraph or text and compares it with events and characters. Can we do the same? And the last question is our Doberman. We don't have one here. Is Arlo, the author, likes to help you spot examples of ambitious vocabulary and figurative language and explain how these words and phrases add to the meaning of the text. Okay, so that is our mascots and what kind of questions they're going to be answering. Now, if you wanted to read ahead and answer these questions now, you can do. So you want to pause the video and have a go at clicking the link and answering the questions. I'll make it interactive, and on the timetable on our school website you can print it off or write it down in your books and send a picture. It's entirely up to you. So I'll let you pause if you want to crack on. If not, you can follow along as I read with you. What were the differences between the Aztecs and the Maya? Both the Aztecs and Maya were civilizations that lived in modern-day Mexico and Central America. There are many similarities but also differences between the two cultures. Aztecs. Aztecs were the warriors who waged war on their neighbors and made them pay tributes. A successful male warrior had a pride of place in society. In Aztec society, human sacrifices happened regularly. The Aztecs were the dominant culture until the Spanish explorers arrived in Mexico in 1519. Maya. Maya were scientific people who studied stars and time. They created a calendar similar to the one that we use today. Intelligence and reputation were important qualities for a Maya ruler. They could also be quite violent as blood sacrifices and some human sacrifices often occurred. They were dominant around 1000 years before the Aztecs. Okay, so our questions are Rex the Retriever asks, when were the Maya a dominant culture? When were the Maya a dominant culture? Okay, so I'll let you pause the video and have a go. Question number 2, not Rex, Vocabulary Victor asks, find the 2 words that tell you that the Maya were educated. So find the 2 words that tell you that the Maya were educated. Number 3, Cassie the commentator has asked, how does the layout help the reader? So how does the layout of this text help the reader? And pause the video there if you want to crack on with that question. And question number 4, Inference Iggy asks, which era would have been easier to live during? Can you use the text to explain why? So using the information in the text, you need to decide which era or which time would it have been easier to live in, the Aztecs or the Maya time. So guys, best of luck with answering those questions. Once you've finished, upload it onto our Class Dojo page for us to mark. If you have any questions about the text, or if you've got any recommendations for what type of text you'd like to do next, I have about 100 to choose from, anything from space to animals. There are different parts of history and geography. Maybe the first person to message me with a answer that we have, I will let that one decide which one we're going to do. All right, so good luck, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.